to the layout, folks. In this video we're going to do a couple of things. Number one, we're going to be wiring up some toggle switches, and number two, we're going to try to get rid of that slope that's at the helix underneath the steps. Alright, what you're looking at right now is a frog that I forgot to put a wire here for the wiring of the frog. So what I'm going to do right now is take a drill a pilot hole, and then feed wire through, solder it to the frog, and then wire the micro switch in. Alright, so first of all, you're going to take a drill and drill a hole. I don't know if you could see the drill. There it is. Now normally this is done before all this work, so I'm just going to drill the hole. Okay, then I'm going to take, what I use right now is a brown wire for the frog power. Alright, after drilling the hole, I've cut some brown wire. I don't know if you can see this. Brown wire, and I'm going to feed it through the hole by the frog. Which I drilled. If I can find it. Small hole. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Alright. Once I start feeding the wire through, pull it through, and then we're going to solder it to the frog. Like I said, this should have been done long time ago, and the solder would have been inside the joint somewhere. Right now we're just going to do it here. Let's see if I can see it. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of flux. Not much, just a little bit, onto where we're going to solder. What the flux does, it cleans the solder joint, or the area that you're going to be soldering, and also makes the solder flow. Alright, a little bit of flux on there. Get your soldering iron. Put a little bit of solder on it. Now you'll need something to hold that little wire over. So let's see if this screw will work. Alright, so we're going to come over here. And then we're going to take this, come on. There. Now we got it soldered. Alright, so it's soldered on there. Let's see if I can zoom in on this work of ours. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. Oh, that's as far as we're going to go. Alright, let's take a look. Wow. Let's see from this angle. There it is. So there's the solder with a little bit of wire. Okay, so the wire is going to go underneath the table. We're going to drill a hole right there, just enough for the 3 wires to come up, and then we're going to attach 1 wire to the positive bus bar and then another wire to the negative bus bar, and then we'll turn on the power, throw the switch, and see if the frog, oh yeah, the middle, which is back here, right back there, that's going to be for the frog, and then these 2 up front will be for positive and negative. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so now we're going to drill the hole about over here. The hole is drilled. We're going to take our brown wire and feed it through. There it is. And like I said, that's going to go over to the back end. And then I'm going to take some black wire, feed that through the hole, and I'm going to connect that to the black bus bar, which will be over here. Let's see, and then we take the red. Red wire, feed it through, and then we're going to attach that to the red bus bar. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. What you're looking at right now is I got the brown wire connected to the back, and I have the red and the black connected to one side. So right now we're going to turn on the power, and then we're going to test it to make sure that the polarity is correct going to the frog, and if it is, we just solder this joint, and then that's all done. If it's not, all you got to do is switch these 2 wires around. Okay, so we're going to solder that up now, or test it out. Alright, so let's test it out now. I just got the wires just like before. Now I'm going to run the locomotive through. Okay. It's not shorting out. So the micro switch is wired right. Okay. Let's bring it back, and then we'll throw the switch and give that a test. Pretty track. So we're going to throw a switch here. And then we'll go back the other way. Okay. So that's wired right. Okay. So that's how you wire up the micro switch, and installing it is very simple. All we do is we drill these. First we place it in, and then we throw this, and here if it clicks, and if it does, hold it with one finger, then take a drill. I believe it's 1 1/16 of a drill, just for a pilot hole for your screws, which are 3/4 inch number 4s. Okay, that is gonna be with the green handle with a screwdriver. Alright? So once you drill the pilot hole, you hold it with one finger, then you put your screw into the hole, and then you take your screwdriver, if I could find it, that was something. So you take your yellow handled screwdriver, and then you just screw it in, tighten it up, test it, see if it still switches, then hold it again, drill the other hole, and then screw the other screw in, and then test it one more time to hear the little click. If you hear it, it's good. And then, like I said, you do drill the hole for the wires, and then attach the wires, and then test it. Alright, so the final step right now will be just to solder what I have, or where the wires are. Take some solder to her. Flux on it. Take the flux, wipe some on there, wipe some on there, pick that chunk up from there. There we go, that's one side. Look at it. So underneath the layout, we have the red and the black bus bar. So there's the hole. Red wire comes out, gets attached to the red bus bar, and then to the black bus bar. Now I usually solder that joint as well to make sure that we have good contact. This other black wire is for this one here. Same thing we're going to be doing on to this one, wiring it up. I already have the brown wire, and then I'll be connecting the red and the black just like I did to the back one. Alright, so that's project number one. I'll be continuing on with the rest of them, and then the next project to tackle will be the ski slope. Alright. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of a problem over at the helix, so I'm going to leave that for a minute. I'm going to be doing some more scenery, I should say, adding shrubs, trees. Alright, so these shrubs over here, these guys here are made of twine. And these bushes are some flowers that I have grown in the garden. They have bloomed and then they froze, and those are just like the seed pods. And same thing with the tall ones. Okay, so I'll show you what I've been doing. Alright, so there's some over here that are drying right now. The round ones look like these flowers. Okay, they come in like purple, I think blue as well. Can't remember what they're called, but I have them in the garden growing in a bunch. Then when they flower, first frost, I cut them off, and then I make bushes out of it. So what I do is I have I don't know, 25% glue and water mixture over here. I dip it in there, soak it real well. Then I take my turf, throw some on there, and then I just take my cheapy hairspray that I bought at the dollar store, spray it down with that, more ground foam, and then let it sit. Okay, now for those shrub or those these tall weeds, those guys there are these twines. So what I do is I separate them, and I keep separating them again, and then I cut short pieces off and I glue it. Same thing with this, I separate it and then cut it and glue it down. So that's what this guy is. Now with this, I just came up with something that I'm working. Now, see this bunch over here? Right there? That's about four pieces that I cut and I glued together in one shot. So what I did is I just take my regular glue gun. I put a dab of glue down here, and then I start cutting my twine there and then sticking it in, and once the glue is set, I just peel it off and then glue it down, just like those ones over there. Alright, I'll show you how I did that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some glue, just squeeze out as much as I want, and then start cutting the twine. Let's see, can I see it? Just about that much, about half an inch, not much, not half an inch, a 1/16 of an inch or so, or whatever height you want to make it. Cut it, stick it there, one more piece. There we go. Now we'll just let that set. See if I can zoom in on that. Whoa, where am I going? There we go. So it's a nice bunch of weeds. And once the glue is set, take my X-Acto knife and I just cut underneath it. And there it is. Nice bunch of weeds. You want to put some ground foam, rough turf around it, just to give it more. Whatever you feel like doing. Alright, so I'm going to put some. I'm going to go with a different color. Let's see. This is more like a lighter green. And you can mix the two mix colors together. Look at that. Voila. Okay, that's all I did. Before I used to take individual cuts and then glue it down into bunches. It took a little longer to do, but I figured, hey, hot glue gun. Make a patch, stiff it, and voila. That's what it looks like. So that's what I've been doing over here. Got some dead trees. Look at that. I think it's coming along pretty good. More shrubs, more trees. So that's what I'm working on. What do you think? Looking pretty good? I'll probably put a couple more trees in here that are drying. And then I think this scene is coming along really nice. I'm really happy. And then we'll do something along the front here. Shrubs or something. Still got to put the telephone poles in. And continuing on. Alright, so that's it for this video. And we'll get back to the helix problem once I pick up a saw that can get in there and make the cuts. Alright, so this is what I'm doing. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, let me know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the layout.